Okay, so we're building a truth table for this problem and then also this problem. And we're going to refer to our basic truth tables to build this more complex truth table. So the columns tell you what operation you're focusing, but they also tell you what your inputs are. And so it's as we progress, it's going to become important to know what new operation you're actually performing and where your input's coming from. For this first column, we're just negating the P input. So my P input is right here. And negation, all that means is that your input is true, it makes it false, the negation does. And if it's false, the negation makes it true. So we're just switching the P values to the opposite. So true becomes false, true becomes false, false becomes true. It's the same thing for the negated Q, but now we're focusing on the Q input. So true becomes false, false becomes true, true becomes false, and false becomes true. All right, the next column says the operation. So there's only one operation, so that's easy. So this is my operation, and the P and the Q, which are the original two columns, are the input. So I'm going to look at my basic table to see what the rules are for using that operation. So the operation is OR. So the table I'm going to be using is this OR table. And I can just, because the inputs are in the same order as the basic table, I can just basically copy it down. But true and true give you a true OR result. True or false also give you a true OR result. False or true is true, and then false or false is false. Okay. Now for the next column, as you can see, there's two operations. So there's this negation, and then there's another OR. However, in every column, we're only going to be doing one operation at a time. So that means this negated P is going to serve as the input. And so this negated P is actually this input right here that we've already done. And then the second input is going to be Q, which is this right here. So I'm going to be joining those two inputs one row at a time using the OR operation. So I'm still using the same basic table right here. But now they're going to be sort of out of order. So true or false, that's this row right here. So the result is true. The next one is false or false. False or false, the result is false. The next is true or true. True or true is true. And then false or true, that's false. All right. And let's finish the last one. So the last column is always going to be the most complicated one because it represents the whole problem. But we've done all the operations already except for one. So it's important to identify what we've done and what we haven't. So as we can see, this P or Q, that is the same as this column. So we've already done that operation, the P or Q. So my result of that is right here. The negated P or Q we've also done, and the result of that is right here. And so really the only thing that we're doing in this column is we're joining these two inputs with the AND operator. Okay, so that means I'm going to have to find the AND table in my basic table set. So again, I'm looking at this AND operation because of this AND operation here that we haven't done yet. And then I'm going to be looking to see what the two pairs of inputs are in each row. So in this first row, both of them are true. So true and true is true. The second row is true and false. True and false is false. Again, true and true is true. And then false and true is false. Okay, so let's check our answer. Okay, so the or is true unless both parts are false. Now for this, I'm looking at the negated P. Okay. And then the last one, I'm joining these two inputs with the and. So true and true is true. But if I see a false with the and operation, the whole thing becomes false. Okay, now let's do the other one. This is just the next problem, which you see is different from the first one, so we have to make a new table for that. I'm going to bring on my basic tables again. All right, so the first two columns are easy again. We're just basically switching the values of P's and Q's, so doing the opposite with the negation. So the P becomes false, false, and then true, true. Because the originals, ones were true and false, the Q switches from false to false, true. Okay. Then I am now using the and connective in the next column. So I'm going to be using this table right here. So this and operation tells me to look at this. Now, as you can see, the labels, the P and the Q, don't have to match. So really all you're paying attention to is the operation and also the specific pairs of inputs that you're looking at. So I'm looking at the negated P column as my first input and the Q column as my second input. So I'm going to be joining those with an and. And so basically with an and, I know if I see a false in my input, the whole result becomes false. So false, false, both trues make a true, false. And so you can see that right here. If there's a false in the input, the and is automatically false. Now the next column, I am now using the or operator and looking at the input P and the input Q. So that just mimics the basic table. So it's going to be true, 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 false. Okay, and then the last column, once again, it's important to recognize that we already did this part right here, and we already did this part right here. So all we're doing is this last column is joining these two inputs with the or operator. That means I'm going to be doing false or true, which is true. False or true is true. Two trues make a true, and then two falses make a false. Okay. Let's check our flow. So the and is false. If I see a false, the or is going to be true if there is a true, but false if not. And then the last column, these two inputs are joined with an or, which there is a true with the or, and the whole thing is true.